Yo, what is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? We're back with another video here today. In today's video, well, I should say today's live, sorry. I just got a couple of things that I want to share with you all here today. Um, what we're going to go into first is a video that I wanted to react to on vibe coding, and pretty much why I wanted to react to this video because a lot of people have been disappointed with the results that they have seen with ChatGPT when they ask certain questions to build certain websites. The app struggles to, the ChatGPT struggles to build an application. So pretty much, we're just going to react to this video here, and other things as well too. I have some schoolwork that I want to share with you and like a guide on how you can do schoolwork now in 2025, because let's be real, time is short and things are not getting harder, or I should say things are not getting easier, they're getting harder nowadays. So you have to try your best to make life simple for yourself. So we're just going to go into that. Oh, and I completely forgot. And also, I'm going to touch on like three things what a web developer should be, right? So we're going to touch on that as well too. So today's topics that we're going to do, just to recap, is reactor video on vibe coding, do some schoolwork, and a guide on how you can use ChatGPT to speed up your process of work, and also as well three things that a web developer needs to know or needs to be in 2025 in order to be successful. So make sure you like the video, share, subscribe, and I try to stream every single day. I've been going good so far. I've been very good so far. So I'm been putting in work, you all can see. And I would appreciate if you all, like show your boy some love, man. Like I put in the work, man. I'm grinding like if I'm in the trenches, bro. So I know. So I got a special guest with me, one of my friends from the college that I go to. So I'd also bring him into the show as well later on. So let me just switch my screen real quick. And shout out to everyone who's watching. Shout out to you all. Big shout out. Let me switch the screen. So let's go to the first thing we're gonna react to is okay, let me just pull it up. Right, you can see that. Right, so the first video we're going to react to is the vibe coding mind virus explained. So it's shout out to Firestrip. This is a YouTube channel. Y'all make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe to them. And pretty much they just make a video on vibe coding. And I think the thought process behind this video, as I mentioned earlier, is that a lot of people were thinking that ChatGPT is coming here to take over everyone's jobs, and they don't need web developers anymore. But a big realization just hit them, and everyone came back to reality that ChatGPT really isn't that good as yet. It isn't good that as yet, but me personally, I don't think it'll be that good because there's a certain way how I would like to use AI. But I'm not gonna explain that here because you're gonna pay me for this knowledge, man. Like I've been grinding for ChatGPT for 4+ months now, and the big realization I've noticed with it is that there's a very certain way how we have to use it. And yeah, I won't lie, you gotta pay me to know that, man. So I wouldn't say it out like that. So all right, let's just go into this video real quick. Hold on, let me just share my screen real quick. Okay, yeah, you can see it. So all right, let's get into it.
In March 2025, the programming world went mad with a disease called the vibe coding mind virus. For those who have not yet been infected, vibe coding is a term coined by ex-OpenAI wizard Andrej Karpathy, where you fully give in to the vibes, embrace exponentials, and forget that the code even exists. This term has taken the world by storm, and virtually every code influencer on the internet right now is following in the footsteps of Apex indie hacker Peter Levels, who recently
Yeah, to touch on that real quick. Like anyone that tells you that there's this very quick scheme to like make as much money with AI, especially with like coding and stuff like that. Like it is cap, bro. Like there, don't get me wrong, like ChatGPT can improve your speed of work, but it doesn't mean that it would improve the quality of your work. Because if you watch my previous streams and you would have seen that I'm building a me time gift shop right now, and you're seeing that ChatGPT right now is struggling to, like, I asked it a simple question of, yo, look to add um this change the color aspect to my website, and for some reason it's literally not doing it, and I'm telling it that, yo, do this, and it's literally struggling. So I said, like, anyone that tells you that there's some like quick get rich scheme with this, like, don't fall for it, please.
Vibe coded a crappy real-time flight simulator MMO with JavaScript. Then he leveraged his large Twitter following to sell in-game advertisements and make a ton of money. You gotta respect the pure tech bro genius here, but the problem is that now everybody is vibe coding crappy games and flooding the internet with more and more AI-generated slop. But according to
Oh yeah, and also as well, I fall for this as well. You have to pay for it. That's not free though. Like, some of you have to realize that you have to pay for that. Like, I remember watching videos on Twitter about like creating like Minecraft and these kind of things here. But what you have to realize is that you have to actually pay to get the full version of what you're actually looking for here, or what you're seeing displayed to you on social media. So don't fall for everything, man.
the CEO of Anthropic, this is the way. He recently stated that in just 12 months, virtually all code will be written by AI. And in today's video, we'll look at real-life examples of when vibe coding goes wrong, and check out some awesome tools and techniques to help you vibe properly. It is
and to touch on that as well too, that is true. I believe that it's either Meta or Google mentioned that, like, I think they said 80% or 70% of the code is from AI. So it clearly is, it clearly takes up majority, or say that it clearly handles majority of the hard work, but that 20% is that 20% is still important, because it just cannot provide that 100% code. You as a web developer now have to be able to put together the code that it produced for you. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind.
March 26, 2025, and you're watching the Code Report. The first thing you need to realize is that coding and programming are not the same. Coding is the skill of translating logic into instructions for a computer by writing code. An elite coder might be able to bang out 100 words per minute of perfect C code in Vim purely from memorized syntax, but large language models are making this skill obsolete. An 8-year-old prompter can now write code faster than a skilled professional with 20 years of experience. But programming is a far broader skill that's hard to describe. It's both an art and a science that requires ingenuity, creativity, and good instincts gained through experience. The best programmers often spend more time removing code than writing code, and if you don't understand the code you're vibing out like a true programmer, you won't get very far. Like this.
So basically what he's saying there, to like keep it very simple, is that, yeah, a lot of people could code, right? But just because you can code something, that doesn't mean that you're actually a good programmer. So what he's saying, that a programmer is someone that could actually build an application, whereas a coder is just someone who could, I mean, pretty much it's just ChatGPT, man. You could just type in into ChatGPT, well, you look, build this gift shop website code for me, and it will just go ahead and produce it. But that doesn't mean that you can call yourself a programmer, because you have to actually put that code into an application so it's functional. So that's pretty much what he's trying to say there.
Poor guy on the internet vibe coded a SaaS product and even had paying customers, which is a huge achievement for an indie hacker. Upon learning about his success, the trolls of the internet came out and hacked it to pieces. Quote, "Random thing are happening, maxed out usage on API keys, people bypassing the subscription, creating random shit on DB. This is taking me longer than usual to figure out. Ultimately, the app was taken down permanently, and the guy had to beg for his job back at Popeyes." Sadly, there are many such cases, but when done properly, vibe coding can work. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see a billion-dollar business that runs entirely on vibes, which will likely be built with tools like V0 or Bolt, along with AI IDEs like Cursor and Windsurf. But if
so to touch on what he mean by that is that, there's some people that think that they can like just go into ChatGPT, and as I gave the example earlier, is that they're just typing in ChatGPT, well, yo, build this gift shop website for me, right? And they think, oh my gosh, like I got this code, guys. Look, I now can leave my job and now make millions upon millions of dollars, right? So it's like it doesn't work like that, man. Like anyone that falls for that, like I'm sorry, but you are incompetent. Like it's really not that good. ChatGPT is really not that good to help you, you know, quit your job and think that you're some multi-billionaire all of a sudden. Like no, bro, don't fall for that trap, man. Like like bro, I've been in the trenches with ChatGPT for 4+ months now, and bro, trust me, man, it is, bro. You're all hustling backwards, man. Like I'm gonna say it like that, bro. You're all hustling backwards. Like isn't going to the results that you're trying to imagine in your mind is not going to happen, man. It's not going to be in reality. So
if you choose to vibe max your code with tools like these, I would highly recommend following these 3 rules. Rule number 1, choose a popular, simple tech stack. Something like React, Express, Tailwind, Redis, and Dino should be ideal for web dev. The reality is that these LLMs are best at solving problems that people have already solved on places like GitHub, Stack Overflow, etc. And that means even though you hate React, trying to use that fancy new JavaScript framework is going to kill your vibes. Actually, screw that, my preferred choice is Svelte, but I've actually been getting really good vibe coding results with Vue.js and Nuxt. So this rule is breakable. Rule number 2, though, is not breakable, and that is to get good at Git. When AI takes control of your code, that means it also has the power to delete your working code. And when that happens, it's almost impossible to prompt it back into existence.
well, there is a way you can do it, and I mean I've shown how to do it in in my previous videos. I mean simply what you can do is just copy the code into a Microsoft Word document, so that Microsoft it will just save your code from there. You don't have to like use GitHub because I'm be honest, I'm not that good at GitHub. I've never tried it out. Well, I shouldn't say I never tried it out. I did look at it. I did take a look at it, but I never really fancied it like that because, as I said, I like to make stuff simple for myself. I don't like to make things hard, right? So what I would do is that I would just copy the code that ChatGPT produced for me, and as long as it works and stuff like that, and I get the results I'm looking for, I just copy that code and put it into a Word document, and from there, well, I just copy the code and do something from there. Or if I'm being honest, man, bro, just Control Z, man, like you know what I mean, like just Control Z in your Visual Studio Code, man, and you get back the original code. So you know.
However, if you're disciplined and use version control, you would have stashed that good working code somewhere safe. In fact, you can use tools like Claude Code to vibe commit your code for you, or check out my full Git course if you want to learn it by hand. But the most important rule is rule number 3. Ask not what your AI can do for you, but what can you do for your AI. You're not a coder anymore, you're a product manager. And if you want to be a good one, you need to break down complex requirements into small steps. They should be highly specific and also provide the proper context to solve the problem, like recent documentation and images for UI design. It might sound like a vibe killer, but
yeah, so pretty much basically he explained as well exactly what I do as well in my previous videos where I always tell everyone that you have to be very, very detailed and very straight to the point and give it data so that you can get the best results from the AI. So a lot of people they just think again that they search ChatGPT, well, look to build this gift shop website for me, right? And they don't get that. When he tell ChatGPT, well, build this gift shop website for me, it's like ChatGPT is going to build it, yes, but it's not going to build it to the requirements that you have in your mind. So hence you have to be very detailed and be very specific on exactly what you want from the AI so that you get a good result. So just keep that in mind.
You don't want your LLM to get creative. You want it to be as deterministic as possible. As a developer who's highly skilled in building failed side projects, I've never felt more powerful. That being said, I think relying on vibes only is still a bad idea. Like the Levels flight simulator had all kinds of issues, and it likely would have failed miserably if it weren't for the developer's many years of experience as a foundation. But now that you know how to vibe code like a true professional, you also need to know how to write like a true professional. And the best tool to get you there is Grammarly, the sponsor of today's to know how to write like
we informed for the sponsors, brother. we yeah, they didn't sponsor me, so look, I ain't sponsoring. I mean, I'm not playing your video. But yeah, pretty much this was a good video here. I liked it a lot. I said it pretty much basically touched on things that I would have done in my previous streams before, and I would have explained it as well, where I said that you can just copy your code into a Word document, save it there. You can also be very detailed on what you want ChatGPT to understand so that you can get your best results. I literally explain all that in all my previous streams. So if it's your first time watching the stream here, well, welcome, like the video, share, subscribe. But also as well that this is what I've been preaching and trying to tell people that look, like stop being Gen Z, man. Like, like you have to be detailed. Don't just like be very vague and try and think that you will get a good result. Like, no, you're not going to. So, yeah, man, be as detailed as possible. So, all right. So now that video there is done, I don't know, my boy, Israel, do you have anything to say from this video or not? Yo, you there, bro?
Yeah, bro. No, it was really interesting. On the basis of the developers' point of view to the programmers, and how we really take for granted not using ChatGPT properly and thinking that AI would be like the two of us now instead of like a gateway to be able to be a better version from yesterday to today now, you know. So I find it was informative, and you as always on point with your commentary.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So let's get into the second topic now. So my second topic was, and I use ChatGPT as well to like kind of continue along with what we're the topic of today's stream, right? So I kind of like just use ChatGPT to kind of give me a detailed description of what a web developer skills should be, or what a web developer should have in their arsenal if they want to become a better web developer, especially in 2025, right? So I told her that I gave it the prompt or whatever, and oh shoot, wait, what happened to did my screen did my screen let's crash? Yo, can you all still hear me? Hold on. Okay, no, I thought okay, I thought my stream let's
Yeah.
okay, nah, I thought it crashed, my bad. Yes, sorry to go back to this, right? So I told that, well, I believe that web developers should be creative, a problem solver, and logical, right? And pretty much it basically gave me a detailed response on why, these things should be like that. So I'm just going to read it, and let me know what is your thoughts on this as well, right? So they say that as a web developer, as a web developer, three things are very important: creativity, problem solving, and logic. Here's why. Creativity. Websites aren't just about code. They also need to look good and feel easy to use. Creativity helps a developer design layouts, colors, and features that make the site stand out and keep users engaged. Oh wait, let me make this a larger. Hold on. Okay, yeah, sorry, but you can see it better now, right? So the example is, think of an online coding store. A creative developer can design the product page in a way that makes the clothes look attractive with clear images, spoon animations, and an easy add to cart button, right? Then the second one is problem solving. Things often go wrong, bugs appear, features break, or a client requests something new. A good developer must figure out solutions quickly and efficiently. An example is, if a payment system suddenly stops working, a problem solver developer can find the issue, maybe the payment API change, and fix it so customers can continue buying without delay. And then the last one, which is logic. Websites run on rules and instructions. Logic ensures everything works step by step without errors. A developer uses logical thinking to make sure a site behaves the way users expect. An example is on a job application form, logic makes sure the system checks if the email address is valid, the password is secure, and all required fields are filled before submission. So in short, creativity makes the site appealing, problem solving keeps it running smoothly, and logic ensures it works correctly. Together, these skills lets a web developer build professional, reliable, and user friendly websites. So pretty much, um, I mean, I pretty much agree with everything here. I don't think there's anything like wrong in what the information or the data that ChatGPT produce, because I don't think that a lot of developers, and as you watch the video before, right, with vibe coding, that a lot of these vibe coders don't have these three things here, right? So they just, as I said earlier, they just go into ChatGPT and type, well, yo, hey, build this gift shop website for me, and they're thinking that, well, they would just all of a sudden get what they're looking for, but they miss these three important critical parts about about being a web developer, which is creativity, problem solving, and logic, right? So these are like three things as a web developer, especially those who are now coming up into the game. Make sure you always like keep these three things here in mind, because if you don't, well then or expect to become a very good developer or make money, because what you have to realize that this is reality. Things are getting harder and harder day by day. So it's like, as my uncle was telling me on a hike that I went on Saturday, right? It's how can you stand out from others, right? What can you do to stand out from the rest, right? So I believe that if you have these three things here, I think that you can stand out amongst other web developers or other programmers or whatever in general, right? So Adriel, I don't know if you have anything to say to that, or not. You agree, you disagree?
But I agree to what you said. It makes sense.
All right, nice. Straight to the point, man. Love it. Um, so now let's go into the project, the one everyone been waiting for. So what I'm going to do, and we're good on time as well. So if you watched my video yesterday, I did my first one of my first modules that I had to do, or that I'm doing right now. So what I'm going to do, because there's two modules I'm doing for this semester, right? So I'm going to give it now. I'm going to do it all the way over again, because some of you may be new here, and also I do have to do this as well. I have not like written on anything as yet. I'm just like still in the building phase with everything. So maybe tomorrow I'll just like get into organizing everything from there. But what I'm going to do now in this stream, right, is I'm just gonna like run through the prompt on how your, or should say that what you can do to get the best out of ChatGPT for your assignments or your homework, or whatever it means, the courses or whatever you're doing, like how you can use ChatGPT to pretty much basically help you like quickly do your work. I mean, like I said, time is important. We're not getting any younger. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you on what I do. And yeah, so let's just get into it one time. Let me just drink some water though, but let me switch my screen. All right, so you can see that. And let me get some water. My throat is dying, bro. Pause. Right. So so the first thing I'm going to do is explain the module to ChatGPT. So that's the first thing or no, we don't have a word count, bro. Nah, I don't think there's a word count, bro. But yeah, so yeah, so right, the first thing what I'm going to do is explain my module to ChatGPT, right? So what I'm doing is an employability module. So I'm going to for is two citations. You have to do two citations per paragraph. So like one paragraph should at least have like two citations basically. Um so right, so let me explain my module to ChatGPT. So I'm going to be like so okay, let me oh bro, I'm on push to talk, so I may get a bit quiet so you can still watch the you know what, wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. I'll take a push to talk real quick. Hold on. All right, testing, 1, 2. All right, yeah, you can hear me. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'd rather keep. I'll probably turn on push to talk after this. But right. So what I'm going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expand my module to ChatGPT. So I'm going to be like, so the module I am doing is on employability module. So meaning that this module teaches you how to become employed, right? So what I have to do for this module is a report. Well, I shouldn't say report, but is to write a CV and do a video presentation, right? So I will like this is going to take a while because I said I'm trying to be as detailed as possible. So I'm going to kind of like just make sure everything is run smoothly. So this may take a while. So stick like understand the process that I'm trying to do right now. You know, so like just remember that, just stick with the process right now. So so I told her, okay, so I'd rather, so I'm gonna explain. So this paragraph, right? Sorry, wow, this sentence right here. Sorry, I don't know why I said paragraph, but this sentence right here is just to kind of give it a background on what on the assignments that I have to do for this for this module. So now I'll be like, so what I have to do now is a CV, right? CV for for assignment one, right? Spell assignment one wrong, right? So and then after I'll be like, so I will give you some data. So I give you some data and guidance on how this CV CV should be built, right? Um, Also, I don't think did I have to do any referencing for this? I don't think I had to do any referencing. In my other stream I had to do referencing, but I don't think for this stream I have to do any referencing. Let me just check back what I'm working with because I have it pulled up right here. Oh wait, I also forgot I have to do a career plan. Oh yeah. Now I'll be like, also I have to do a yeah, but I'm not seeing. Yeah, he did tell us that, but I'm not seeing anything though. Oh, you know you could speak to bro. You that you like use WhatsApp. You could you could think from here.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember he was saying it was citations they get from journals. Um, it was journals, books, and what?
Now I think well, the most you can use ebooks. He said to use ebooks. He said to use art journal articles, and he said to use
Articles.
yeah, and from the company website. Those are the three main things to like get the referencing from. But I don't think we had to do any referencing. 'Cause I'm looking back at the thing right now. I'm not seeing anything seeing anything with references. It's just oh wait no. Okay, oh wait, no, wait, never mind.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
That it's hard referencing, but it's referencing based on like when they go to a job application and they tell you to add references, like is the number references, not the actual, not like actual references, but like journal articles, not like that. Yeah. So, but anyhow, but to go back to it, so I will give you some data and guidance on. Oh, it was in stream I do right. Just making sure. Like yeah, you watch, you see
Yeah, for
my.
sure.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
All right,
And I said
so
between, yeah, switch it in between.
okay, but last time what I kind of like just showing on how I'll do it now. So I mean, I don't know if you want. I mean, if it getting true, I mean that's fine. But I just kind of explain it how I just do it. But so they, you could follow
Yeah,
along
don't
more.
worry. I listen, bro. Yeah, but I follow it too.
Yeah, all right, cool. Nice. So I'll go back. So I will give you some data and guidance on how the CV should be built. Also, I have to do a career plan, and I will give you the data and guidance, and guidance on how you should do it, right? So what else am I looking for? What else am I looking for? What else should I tell it? What else should I tell it? Right, I should tell it that make sure that make sure that, oh my bad. Make sure that the CV is written written like a 21-year-old man from from the Caribbean created it. You you don't you don't have to include that a 21-year-old Caribbean man wrote this report, right? What else? Make sure that this report has no plagiarism. Um, so that it does not get flagged. Also ensure that you write the CV and career plan simple and easy to read, but also keep it academical, right? Because an academic, what's the word I'm looking for? It's an academic course that I'm doing, right? So you have to, there's still some professionalism that you have to keep with it. So that's why I'm telling that you will make sure that the report is still written like like academically in a way, right? Then what else should we add to this? Um, I don't need to add any reference. Oh, right. So I'm going to explain. So the career, the career that. Oh wait, sorry. So the career. Sorry, I forgot. This is a very big thing that I just made a very big mistake on. So the module that the student is doing. Yeah, I forgot to put this. So I forgot I have to speak. I have to speak when you speak into it, you have to speak to it in like in third person perspective. Don't speak to it in the first person perspective because it may be a bit like you may not really get the results that you're kind of looking for. So hence I kind of like to have it in a third person perspective. So yeah, so what the student, there's something big that I forgot to mention. To be that, so the student is interested in being a web developer. Oh, and you know also as well, I'm kind of gonna go on a rant here for a bit. My bad, but I just had to say that I just had to get it off my chest real quick. Let me drink some water. Hold on. I just perfectly just remind me of something. Hold on. Look, what I'm about to say, this is my opinions and my opinions alone. No one else in this room or anyone else here watching. This is only my opinion alone. My brother, y'all don't have to actually go to a course in order to like create like a CV and these kind of things, bro. Like you can literally just go into ChatGPT because I did it before, right? Or and I even said with a career plan as well. Like I literally just went into ChatGPT, tell it my problems and what I'm going through, and it literally gave me a step-by-step plan on what I should do, on what I can do. And I mean I could pull it up here as well because I mean I don't know if you all see like life advice question. You know, let me. Sorry, hold on. Shoot, it doesn't show it. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, you can. Yeah, man, you can see that. Hold on, let me. Right. So you see that you see goal achievement roadmap and then life advice question guide, and then I have something called AI and web development. I mean, I wouldn't open it because I will like this is a bit private here, but pretty much like bro, you can literally just use ChatGPT with all these things. Like you don't really have to actually go to a course to do these kind of things, man. Like literally just, I said before, have some bit of common sense, have a bit of honestly, yeah, that's a bit of common sense, man. You know, honestly, man, because bro, like whatever you think that ChatGPT cannot do, it can't do it. I want to say like out there, it may not do it perfectly, but it can do it, right? And it pretty much gave me a good response on what I should do. And it's a very good plan. And I did run it through with a couple of other people as well. And they told me, well, you know, this is actually something very good too as well. So, and also as well, I even mentioned in like very way back as well in one of my streams that it even started create a whole schedule for me too. Like I literally told it exactly what I do. I mean, hence that's why I'm able to stream, you know, so far I'm able to stream every day so far at night because I literally created a schedule that ChatGPT helped me to create, you know? So it's like whatever you can imagine, trust me, ChatGPT may not be able to do it perfectly, but it can do it, right? So I just had to, you know, throw that out there for anyone that, you know, doubting the capabilities of ChatGPT, trust me, it can do it. So, but back to the regular schedule program here. So yeah, so the student is interested in being a web developer. So the CV will need to be based on on web development. Also, what should be their 5-year plan? Because when you see the career guide data, the career guide the career guide, the student has to choose one path and build on it from there, right? And then what am I missing else from this? I just make sure I said I'm trying to be as detailed as possible. So I said it may take a while, but it's a process. You know what I mean? It is a process. Let me make sure that I have everything down. Right. So I think I have everything down so far. So 5-year plan, whatever, blah blah blah. Right. So now I will provide to you the both. And one thing I forgot to mention, that also ensure that each paragraph that you create, it has at least 3 sentences or more, right? So now I will send you the two guide documents, and you can fill them out or build the build them out, or build you can and what you can do is fill the both documents out, and the data can be fabricated as well. It does not have to be real, but it should still make sense. I think I should maybe zoom up here for you all a bit. Sorry. Think you all could obviously it makes I will like it makes it difficult for me though. Damn it. I mean anyway, I kinda I mean I'm pretty sure you can probably zoom up on it. Um Makes sense. But it should still but it should I should say that it should still be on the should be realistic, I guess. Nah, realistic is the wrong word. It's but it's still on the no, I'll just be like but it should still make sense. I just keep it like that. Right. So what I'm going to do now, I saw the 2 documents open up here. So this is the career. Oh, this is the career plan document. So let's copy and paste that, because I said I had a document pulled up right here. And then this is the CV document as well. So let's copy and paste this now. Let me just get that document really quick. I can copy this now, right? And there's one more prompt I have to do, but I'll do this offline real quick or on a different screen here because I said I don't. There's a certain way that I like to do it, and you're gonna pay me to see that, man. So let me just do this real quick. Okay, so right, and bring this back here. Oh wait, wrong one. Hold on. All right. So and voila, you can see here is the plans as you all can see from right there. See that? Beautiful. How long this took us? This really didn't took us that long. And look at the results that we are able to get. Look at all this. Everything exactly as it should be. Look at that. Adriel, do you have any thoughts on this? Oh, I don't think Adriel is there anymore. Yo, you there, buddy?
Yeah, bro. Now, I was taking the team. You see how because you're specific, it actually break it down exactly how you wanted it to. Is how the prompt is layered and the data provided.
Yep. Yeah, man. Look at bro. Anytime well, and obviously as well, I can't just copy and paste this. Like, you guys have to use common sense
Yeah,
here.
get flag. Yeah,
Yeah, you get flags. So all you have to do from now on, once you get this information, is literally just put it back
humanize
in.
it.
Yep, put it back into your old words. Yep, and yeah, yep. Oh, I think well, it made some very small minor mistakes with the personal profile. There's a way that it's supposed to do personal profile. So I may have to get it to do over that. But everything so far, yeah, to me, additional information. Yeah, like all this is very good, man. But I think it forgot to add one thing though. It forgot to add one thing. And it's supposed to have voluntary work. It didn't add that one. Oh, well, I guess in uh because I don't think I got an example though. Is the only thing. But I mean it pretty much yeah, man, it pretty much followed exactly how yeah, I was kinda like comparing and making sure everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks good so far, man. It did the references properly year by year as well. I mean, yeah, it did everything 2022, 2024. Ah, look at volunteer. This is what I'm looking for, voluntary, and yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So yeah, it did that as well too. Yeah, yeah, man. This is good results, man. Good results here. Good results. I mean, there's minor, very, very minor things I can change with this, to be very honest. Like I may have to do about the personal profile. Um, let's see. The working experience is very good. Yeah, it did the working experience really nice as well. The let's see, the voluntary work, I may have to, this should be this should be in a paragraph, I think. I think this should be in a I mean, who knows? I'll leave it for now. Um, but yeah, this is really good, man. I like it. I like it a lot. This is really good. This is really, really good. And then let's check the 5-year plan. Let me check my other documents. So within 5 years, I plan to all right, so I'm kind of just reading it here though. So it's saying that, okay, so, okay. So what I'm going to do now is let me just kind of tweak it a bit because there's a few little things that I would like to just to add to it. So what I'm going to tell it now is because it needs to do over the personal profile, and I'll just do these things here, and I'll kind of basically come along to a close here, and well, we come back at this tomorrow, but just to like kind of finalize everything. So what I'm going to do is that, so I'm going to tell it, okay, so, and as long as you have to kind of give it a bit of motivation, so I tell that, it's doing a good job, even though it's an AI, trust me, it works. You get better responses when you're nice to it. Don't call it an idiot, even though sometimes I did kind of call it an idiot sometimes when I was very frustrated. But, just be calm, be relaxed, and tell about, okay, be like, okay, good job. Now, I just need to add a few more tweaks it, whatever, blah, 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 and, you're good from there. So, because I said there's a few tweaks I like to add to it, let me just be like, okay, so I'll be like, okay, so I'll start off with this. So I'll be like, okay, um, okay, well, let me check something real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna be like, okay, good job. Oh, I'm a boy, Adriel, left. So, short on boy, Adriel, man. Appreciate the support, bro. But yeah, let me just do this, and we'll basically come and cut it down to a close from there. So what I'm going to tell it is that I'm going to be like, okay, so good job, you did what I wanted, but now I just need to add a few more tweaks to ensure that everything is good, right? So for the personal profile, you need to follow this format with these words. So I'm going to send it a document now. So I'm going to Control C this, Control V, and Control C this, and Control V, right? And then there's one more thing as well. I needed it to add. So because I don't think it messed up with this. So if I ever and first I will involve gaining experience with both front end and back end. But by this stage I'll make a majority front end, and yeah, so it didn't right? So I'll be like, okay, and right, so let's copy this now, copy these two things. So yeah, I don't think it added this though. All right, so let me copy this. So I'll be like, okay, and this will be like an so as you would see in the image provided, and then also for the career plan, you did task 1, but you did not touch on task 2 and 3. Can you also do these as well? And here is the task to remind you on what you were supposed to do. And let me just copy this now. And it's that. So they didn't actually follow it. Hold on. Because it actually gave back the same response. So respond. So let me go back. They say that look through the job sites, example, LinkedIn, whatever. Identify jobs that fit into different stages of your career path. Entry level, summary, 5 middle job, full stack, remote identity, summary. I think that it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to actually provide like links to it though. Then study the job advertisement. I might identify the required skills and or what are the required skills, current skills as a graduate professional for 1 year junior. I think I'm not sure though. This look through the job site. I'll be like, okay, this okay. I'll be like, okay, this is good data as well, but you need to provide actual links or data. Don't fabricate on these job sites and job advertisements. Right. Let's do that over again. So yeah, now when you see searching like that, that means yeah, It's better. LinkedIn. There we go. LinkedIn. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, man. Yeah, that's what we're looking for there. Yeah. All right. Hopefully this was a good video for you all here. Hope that you all would have learned a lot. I try my best to make this as informative as possible. And yeah, I think I would have pretty much basically touched on all what I wanted to touch on. I can maybe do part 2 tomorrow as well, because I did have some other updates that I needed to add to the website. So make sure you like the video, subscribe on the way out. And yeah, I said comment down below what you all learned from this. So I'll catch you back in another video. Peace guys. Have a good night.